an update on Canyon View Middle School's possible carbon monoxide exposure, invasive aliens flying in southern Utah, and a virtual golf course in St. George.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Amy Bennett. Following last Thursday's evacuation of Canyon View Middle School, district officials have decided to switch to remote learning for the next couple of days. Both Monday and Tuesday, all of the students and teachers at Canyon View Middle School will remain at home for precautionary measures. Meanwhile, the school district will be testing all of the carbon monoxide detectors. Concerns from parents about their kids' health persists, and investigations are still ongoing. Over the last year, the Washington County Search and Rescue Team has undergone 2 significant changes. Here's Maury Kessler on how the rescue team has adapted to its new challenges.
The Washington County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team responded to 140 calls and aided nearly 200 people in 2023, according to a year-end report shared with the Washington County Commission last Tuesday. Washington County Sheriff's Deputy Darrell Cashin, who oversees the County Search and Rescue Team, told the Commission that a majority of the people rescued came from outside Washington County and that 20% of the overall number would not have survived if not for the response of the Search and Rescue Team.
Either due to heat exhaustion, hypothermia, injuries. I would probably have to say, to be realistic, probably a good 20% of them would probably not be alive.
Cashin said last year was also a little different for the search and rescue team as they responded to increasing incidents in more remote and diverse places across the county.
In years ago, when we got search and rescues, I kind of knew the 4 or 5 areas we were going to end up going to rescue people. That's now gone. It's pretty much anywhere, all over the county. It's just more recreation, and they're going further out and they're going in more remote places. So logistically, you have to plan a little bit better for how we're going to get in, how we're going to get out, how we're going to, deal with this situation.
Also aiding in search and rescue efforts over the last year has been the introduction of a locally based public safety helicopter with a hoist. Cashin said being able to call on the helicopter and its crew has helped save time and manpower in many incidents, especially when responders' own lives could have been put at risk during a search or time was running out for a person who was being searched for.
Thanks, Maury. An invasive species of bird has made its way to southern Utah. Alicia Lundgren explains why these birds may cause problems for Utah's native birds.
If southern Utahns see a large flock of birds that appear to be dancing through the sky, they could be looking at European starlings. The species is categorized as an invasive alien in North America. They were released in New York City, New York in the 1890s and have spread across the U.S., which could be troublesome for some local birds. University of Northern Colorado's Dr. Lauren Benedict explains.
They are cavity nesting species, so they can be a problem for our native birds because they will move into cavities drilled by woodpeckers that other species like bluebirds and chickadees might want to inhabit, and the starlings are then out competing those woodpeckers, those bluebirds, things like that. So they can be problematic to some of our native birds, but at the same time, they are super smart, super pretty birds. When you see one up close, they have this gorgeous iridescence on their feathers. They can learn all kinds of things like vocal behaviors. They can mimic humans and songs and sounds. So they're a pretty cool bird.
This carpenter from Colorado City has gained recognition for crafting a variety of items, including furniture, clocks, chessboards, and more. Join Jesse Bang for a closer look at the incredible work of this skilled artisan.
Ianthus Barlow is the owner of IB Woodworks, where he specializes in custom, high-end wood and epoxy furniture. He also specializes in making other unique items, such as clocks, coasters, cutting boards, outdoor bars, and more.
We don't like using any kind of fiber boards, veneers, any of that. Everything that we build is solid wood. Trying to bring the old-fashioned woodworking back. Then we got epoxy inlays in here, and obviously when you build this, I have to, cut each piece, lay them all out into a mold, pour it, strip it, and it's quite the process. But they look amazing. Everybody loves these boards. Key fobs, and we also got key card you put in your wallet. Unlocks the box, open it up. You got a 45-pound magnet. That'll hold an assault rifle. It's big. It's strong enough. Put your handgun there, extra magazine, and then your extra ammo. And you can lock it up so the kids can't get to it.
Along with owning IB Woodworks, he also opened up Uzona Souvenir and Gift, a co-op for local artisans and makers to sell their work.
Jesse Bang also met up with the owner of Back Nine Golf, who was once a lawyer but left that all behind to pursue a career in virtual golf. Here's Jesse with more on that story.
Back Nine Golf provides an indoor spot for golfers to improve their golf game. It all started when Will Bangerter found himself too busy with his law career and family to golf. He started it as a way to remedy that, but had no idea it would turn into a successful business. Back Nine Golf is now a franchise with 21 locations and counting. Bangerter has since left his career as a lawyer to pursue the business full-time.
Come on out to the Back Nine. We built this for everybody and anybody that wants to learn how to golf and have a great time. 24/7, bring you and your friends.
And now I'm going to send it over to Aaron Crane to give us a breakdown of what you might have missed in sports this past week.
Thanks, Amy. In Region 9 boys basketball, Dixie remains undefeated in the region after beating Desert Hills 78-47. The Flyers rode the back of Brecken Robinson, who knocked down 5 threes and finished the game with 28 points. Snow Canyon keeps its head above 500 after a win over Hurricane 84-60. Owen Mackey powered the Warriors to victory with 26 points and got it done on the boards as well with 10 rebounds. Crimson Cliffs beat Pineview in a close one, 65-64. Mustang center Sean Feltz had a huge night scoring from everywhere on the court. He ended the game with 35 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals, and 6 blocks. And in Region 9 girls basketball, Desert Hills hung on to win over Dixie 44-42. Despite the Flyers outscoring the Thunder 14-4 in the fourth quarter, it wasn't quite enough to secure the win. Pineview won their second game in a row, beating Crimson Cliffs 53-44. Panthers were led by Charity Falanico, who ended the game with 14 points, 5 rebounds, a block, and a steal. And Snow Canyon stays cruising through the region, improving their win streak to 13 games after a win against Hurricane. Olivia Hamlin came up 2 points shy of 30 in the 34-point victory over the Tigers. Also, there's big news for baseball fans in Utah, as Larry H. Miller Company recently revealed the Oakland Athletics are exploring possibilities for playing in South Jordan, while their new stadium is under construction in Las Vegas. This isn't official, as the A's have also toured sites in Sacramento, California, and Reno, Nevada. But I can't deny this would be pretty big news for Major League Baseball to be in Utah, even if it was just temporary. Now back to you, Amy.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Amy Bennett with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.